Baba, when they were finding their names, the duplicates, you see, when they were finding their names duplicate in the register, this is what I told them. That you find your name on the register, but you're complaining that your name has been registered twice, or somebody else has your name or ID number under their name. You see, but you are realizing in that same database, there's a field called unique ID, which you are not talking about. This is that you're not even smart. Unique ID. Why should somebody have something called unique ID when you have ID number? This database cannot stand. You know, so God is wasting their time. This election was decided in 2014, and it was decided by Anu Waiguru.
So you're telling,
it was decided by Anu Waiguru.
How, Alai? How?
I'm telling you, in NYS, Baba was focusing on the money. He was ignoring the bigger picture, which was Anu Waiguru was doing recruitment every 3 months, and they were recruiting 30,000 youth. That is fresh, new voters, never voted, young people, never voted. This number can be used to manipulate any register. I told Baba this. And these are the things which, you know, I still believe in Baba to some extent. But the problem is Baba is fumbling a lot. And he's in biashara mode. So wacha fanya biashara.
Yes.
Wacha kujifanya anataka president.
So that 1.8 billion or 3 billion, whatever NYS scandal was.
That is the smaller story. That is the bigger story is that Anu Waiguru created a fake database of registered voters.
And now she's going to win Kirinyaga.
And Mother Karua is dreaming. She's going to win that thing by 6 a.m.
Alai. Let me ask you this. Yes. The recent nominations.
Yes.
Let's start with Jubilee. Remember in the beginning they were what they called it shambolic. That was the word. They described it as shambolic.
And they cancelled.
And then the president brought in his deputy and he said, you are now we're going to lead this thing.
Yes.
What did you think of the Jubilee first? The nominations?
I think there are no nominations. There were no nominations, Jubilee or ODM. You see, I was in Kisumu when the nominations were happening. And I was going to see one of the contestants because we were doing some business transactions. So I had to go and look for him when he was still having that need for money, because you know that period when after the elections maybe he was going to sell me the thing at a higher price. So when I went to see him, I found him at a polling station where the returning officer was announcing election in my village area, Nyando. Immediately I entered, that returning officer was announcing an election result, which one of the contestants was disputing. A stone was thrown from outside, hit the guy on the head in front of me. He fell down there, and he's still in Aga Khan hospital up to now.
Wow.
There were no nominations. You know, like ODM nominations, let me tell you. What was happening is that the contestants, the aspirants themselves, were ferrying ballot papers. I think the party just left that thing to go its own way.
Yeah.
I think they decided who to give the papers way much earlier, or they didn't want to invest into the process.
Yeah.
Because if you leave the aspirants to go and collect ballot papers, to go and collect ballot boxes, what kind of election are you going to have?
It's shambolic. And that's why you see so many.
You know, and you know, that is the biggest worry, because you know we should build the parties in this country to a level where they can be trusted, you know, to a level where they can be relied on. I don't think that the independent candidates are going to help the country move forward, because we need to have a bloc which can either govern or hold the governing party accountable.
Yes. In Kisumu, let's go to Kisumu first. Yes. Is that going to be a tough one?
My candidate was Makobewa. But Makobewa is not blue-eyed enough to be given the party ticket.
You think Ranguma can take it as an independent?
No,
he cannot. No.
So who is going to be the governor?
Anyang is going to be the
straight,
because you know you realize this is a county. Baba can leave you to rig him out anywhere else. Even IBC knows it. To rig him out anywhere else. But not
except. Listen, what is this about James Orengo? Showed up on a Friday.
That's why I said there are no nominations. Orengo is Orengo is one, and I think NASA is NASA because of Orengo alone. I think NASA is NASA because of Orengo. If you remove Orengo from the equation, and I talked to Betty at some point, and you know, Orengo was considering not running. Yes, not vying. I think it took a lot of convincing to bring him back to vie.
That's why he went last minute.
But he's an asset. even if we say there were no nominations, I don't think that 150,000 just woke up and went and voted for somebody who did campaign. But still, the person who came in, I think Orengo is a very good candidate for the seat.
In the papers today, Alai,
yes,
Polycarp Igathe, MD Vivo.
Yes,
he has been picked.
Kirubi's son.
Why do you call him Kirubi's son?
Why is Kirubi pushing like a wheelbarrow? Polycarp Igathe is Kirubi's wheelbarrow, because at every point, from EABL, from Hako, Kirubi has been pushing him everywhere. So either he's one of his wild oats. You don't know.
Chris Kirubi, Polycarp, if you're listening to us this morning, please call and confirm. Are you a wild oat?
Okay, wacha nimrudishe nyumbani kidogo. Alai, you wanted to run for Embakasi East. Where Babu Owino is. And you are in record kupinga Babu kabisa. Haishi Embakasi, does not know the issues of Embakasi. Why did you walk out of the race, and what is your take on Babu?
I didn't walk out on the race. First, I never declared that I was vying. I never officially declared. I just said that, I'm the chairman of Nyayo Estate, so I have an interest in Embakasi East and what happens, realizing that 27,000 of the residents there, 27,000 of them are under my watch. You see, I look over them, I see their welfare every day. If they don't have water, they don't have roads, I have to voice their issues to the county leadership. You see, and this is why I have interest in Embakasi East. Otherwise, I said before, I'm not a politician. I would rather keep the political leaders in check.
Were you disappointed that Babu was the one who was picked by Baba over you?
Baba didn't pick Babu. Embakasi East was just empty, because first the MP who was there was very incompetent. Then secondly, the composition made it very hard, because these people don't go there to change the lives of people. They check where the communities are. But Embakasi East is so cosmopolitan that sometimes even asking who is the dominant ethnic group here is very hard. Some people think it's the Luya, some people think it's the Kambas, some think the Kikuyus. It's a very hard composition. And seeing all of them, Muredi, Babu, Maina, most of them are coming from outside the constituency. Babu is not somebody who can win a constituency election. These are idlers, these are joker, these are watoto. You see, even if he's speaking, he should get married first. These people should get, there are things you focus in life.
He says he is married with 3 children.
To who? To who?
To his wife.
To this socialite, you see. No, these are not marriages.
So you think Babu aendi kusinda Embakasi?
He's not going to win.
Who's going to be the MP Embakasi?
The MP of Embakasi is going to be somebody else, but not Babu.
Not Babu.
Not Babu.
Babu, are you listening?
Joking.
Babu, are you listening?
You should go. You go pedal bang in University of Nairobi or somewhere else. Not Embakasi East. Embakasi East, nobody is going to urinate on the vegetables of Wamama. This guy is too childish. I have nothing against Babu, but Jama, he needs some growing up to do. He's still too young for this leadership.
We have to come back to Polycarp because Alai tweeted yesterday, Kirubi wants his son Igathe as Sonko's running mate.
Yes.
Sonko will win, then he will be impeached, after which Igathe will take over.
Yes.
Plans. That's what you said, Alai.
Yes.
That's what you said.
Yes.
That's what
it was a question.
Was he a good choice? At the end of the day, with Jim Nambaro,
I don't have a problem with Igathe. What I believe that Igathe is more qualified for the seat than my friend Sonko. Sonko is a very good friend of mine. He's one of the leaders you can rely on, especially when you have problems in the constituency. You can rely on to come in at any given time. When the leadership is not listening to you, he will always come and voice your issues. You see, so Sonko is a very good candidate. But I think at management, managing a county resource, I don't think that Sonko is a good candidate.
And Polycarp coming in, that balances the whole equation.
And that's why I say that they'll finish Sonko. Because the Kikuyus know that this is a county which they have wanted to lead. But they have not been able to lead because they have always been reminded that, you are always telling others that you should take out the leadership of Nairobi because you own Nairobi. But the real people who own Nairobi are the Maasais. So this is an equation which they have never had, they have never solved. So I think they're trying to use Igathe to come in when Peter Kenneth failed.
Yeah.
You know, because Peter Kenneth didn't have the answers, and also Peter Kenneth had higher ambitions. He was trying to compete to punch above his weight,
right,
using the 2022 equation.
It didn't work.
It didn't work, and you know, the DP was not going to let him work.
No, he wasn't.
No.
Should Kidero be worried?
Kidero can be worried now. Kidero can be worried, should be very worried now, because you know Sonko is a great mobilizer. When it comes to mobilizing votes, I don't think that you can compete with Sonko.
No.
Yeah, because you know Sonko is a people's man. Kidero, it even takes Joho to come and organize a rally for Kidero in Nairobi. Kidero is not somebody you can
001.
Yes,
comes to Nairobi
to organize a rally for Kidero. They even wanted to come in, to bring him in to manage elections of ODM. Until we said this guy is coming to rig in Papa. The only thing he's coming to do to rig in his people.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, so I think.
What about the perennial spoiler? The man with the same name twice. Miguna should come down the high ladder he is in. You know, he's trying to complain about everybody else. I know this is what we do. We criticize people. We make noise about leaders. But sometimes you have to realize that you're not perfect. But Miguna thinks that he's perfect. He's making noises. You know, he's insulting everybody. This is not the way you're going to lead. So if you go to a board meeting with Miguna and you are his junior staff, he's going to insult you in that boardroom. I don't think that is good for the county. I don't think that we should even give him a chance. And he picked that 24-year-old running mate, remember?
Yes.
I even forgot his name.
What? Alikuwa naitwa nani?
Jana arudi campus.
Yes.
Miguna arudi kwa drawing board.